Hey guys, so where is the safest place to go if everything goes all to hell? Now, I'm not 100% sure because I don't know exactly what's going to go down, but I have a pretty basic idea, and I think we've got a few leads as to what's going to happen, so I think I can figure out what the best place, in my opinion, to be would be. Yeah, okay. So, not the States, not Mexico, not a foreign country, different language, different culture, different laws. Has to be something pretty basic to what you know. So most of my viewers happen to be American, and a good 30% of them are probably Canadian. Most of them are older males, and occasionally I have the older female. Anyway, best place to be is not Mexico, because you got drug cartels, and you've got the gangs and whatnot. Like, I think they approached the 50, 60,000 murder mark there in Mexico. Terrifying. Don't want to be down there. Plus, Spanish, different culture, different laws, and you'd likely to be killed, beheaded, who knows what. If a civil war broke out or American military marched into Mexico, it would be hell. Now, the States, you got militias all over the place. I hear there's like 200 plus militias all over USA, which is fantastic. It's great that people would be fighting back. The downside to that is they'll be marked as terrorists, it'll be civil war. Everybody would be fighting the American military. Now, the military is trained. They will kill civilians. They do not care. You'd be stuck between in a war. Now, all for it if you can survive in that. If you can try and get through, then that would be great. But do you really want to get caught in a war unless you're one of the front lines fighting? It's like, you can be useful. But if you want to escape and you want to kind of stay out of the fray, where's the next place you're going to go? Across the border, Canada. Now, getting across that border is going to be hell of hard. But if you can do it, if you can leave before everything goes to hell, and this is what I'm telling all my friends that live in the States, so that if you can get out of the States, and then with this Enemy Expiration Act or whatever, yeah, they can take away your citizenship. Under the NDAA, they can call you a terrorist and lock you away for eternity. There's all these crazy things coming into play. SOPA, they're block the internet if it contains copyrighted information, cutting out our network. We won't be able to communicate anymore. I won't be able to tell you guys what's happening. I won't be able to share my thoughts with you, simply because YouTube will contain copyrighted information and be shut down as a whole. The government is doing messed up things. We can't fight back at this point in time, simply because we lack the numbers. And here's the thing. You can't, this is going to sound really messed up to you guys. You can't win with violence. If we are to defeat them with violence, then we are really, in reality, no better than them. You have to defeat them with peace. But how do you defeat an enemy that's willing to exterminate 7.5 billion people with peace and love? Well, you get everyone to wake up. You get everyone to realize what's actually happening. But the chances of that happening is pretty damn slim. So I would say we've lost this battle. We can't defeat everyone. Now, if you can get the military to become aware of what is actually going on and realize that they are just pawns, then maybe you would have a chance. If you can get the whole of the military to turn against their leaders, then maybe. But, if you could only get a few, they would be court-martialed, killed, wouldn't be any good. No. So Canada. Run to Canada. Now, it's not cowardly to run away from a fight, because you live to fight another day. Unless we can get everybody to wake up now, it's not going to be any good. Yes, the militia will fight. Yes, the militia will die. Yes, some military will die. But you think about it, the States, they're going to pull out all the stops. They've been doing chemical and weapons tests secretly on their own people for years, since like the 50s, if not earlier. So I can see them just dropping atomic bombs on their own people, or dropping chemical or biological bombs, and creating a pandemic on their own people just to reduce the numbers, make it easier for the military to wipe out. Like, no, you won't be able to survive, you won't be able to fight them. But if you leave, wait, hold out, and then make a strategic attack, because at that point, after everything's said and done and the New World Order is in, it's going to be hard, harder than anything ever before to beat them. But with strategic attacks, you would be able to. Like, just look at it as a game. You don't have to, say like Modern Warfare 3 or whatever, in the middle of a war, but you don't go in, you're not right into the fray killing just countless soldiers to get to your goal. Yeah, that's exactly what Modern Warfare is. But you're usually going on secret missions to do something to slow down the enemy or to cause disruption among the ranks and then defeat them, right? Same thing, instead of just like a full-out war, it would be covert operations. Canada would be one of the best places to go, wide open spaces. Now this video is kind of sketchy, because like I am encouraging disruption or whatever against the government, and if the Enemy Expiration Act somehow passes into Canada simply because we're of a union, then I would be one to be locked away. It would also be encouraging terrorism. So citizenship could be stripped. I could be contained as a terrorist. So, you know, it's risky as hell for me, like, telling you guys this, but it has to be shared. Like Alex Jones, at this point I don't really care if I live or die. I believe there's something else going on behind the screens. Something I'd like to tell you guys in another video, I will for sure. But whether or not I live or die is... I just want people to know, I want people to be aware, I want people to survive, I want people to live. Those who fight by the sword die by the sword. We have to choose our battles wisely. So, if you're gonna run anywhere, run to Canada. Get away from the coastlines. Earthquakes are getting worse. I can see like the coast literally disappearing a couple miles, if not more, one day soon, just into the ocean. Think 2012 movie. Not quite as nutty, but same kind of events. Not worldwide. Well, worldwide, but definitely not to that degree. 2012 is like a 10. What we'll be experiencing is like a 2. Alright, the coastlines will fall. Stay away from the coast. Everything's going to go to hell. The earthquakes will get more severe. We might experience a pole shift, a magnetic shift. Nobody's really sure. Nibiru, don't believe it exists, but you never know. All of this is just something to lure us away from something else. Make any sense? It will soon enough. So, don't fight them. You will die. Flee to fight another day. And if you can start now, I would do it. I would get as far away as you can now. As soon as you see everything going to shit, pack some shit. Say you're taking a vacation to a different country. I would say an English-speaking country, one that you know the laws. Canada, there's wide open spaces. And if anybody comes to Canada, I'll be more than happy to help them out in my specific area. Or if anybody's in Canada and they need to flee, like I have a few buddies down in Victoria, the coast. It's like, come near where I am. I'm in the interior, farther away. It's like you'll be safer from tsunamis and whatnot. Surrounded by high mountains. Should be good. I don't know, every day, everything just gets worse. We're running out of time. Pretty sure SOPA will be passed. The blackout is either on the 18th or the 23rd. Once SOPA is passed, it'll be the beginning, and it'll be the end. Go humanity. I'm not trying to fearmonger, but we gotta stick together. Peace.